Hi, good morning. This is Kavita Kundra, and we are completing the last section of lipid metabolism today. So, metabolism of very low density lipoprotein. VLDL are produced in the liver and are composed of triacylglycerols and cholesterol esters. They carry lipid from liver to peripheral tissues, then triglycerol is degraded by lipoprotein lipase for chylomicron degradation. The process involves release of VLDL. The VLDL released from the liver as nascent VLDL particles containing apolipoprotein B100 and A1. They must contain ApoC2 and ApoE from circulating HDL as the chylomicron ApoC2 is required for activation of lipoprotein lipase. Modification of circulating VLDL. As VLDL pass through the circulation, their structure is altered. Fatty acids and glycerols are removed by lipoprotein lipase, causing the VLDL to decrease in size and become denser to form intermediate density lipoprotein IDL surface components. C and E apolipoproteins are transferred to HDL, and finally cholesterol esters are transferred to HDL to VLDL in an exchange reaction that transfers triacylglycerols and phospholipid to VLDL and HDL. This exchange is accompanied by cholesterol ester transferase proteins. Production of LDL from VLDL in plasma. After this modification, the VLDL has been converted in the plasma to LDL and the intermediate size particle. The intermediate size particle, the intermediate density lipoprotein, is observed during the transition of VLDL to LDL in plasma. IDL can also be taken up by the cell through the receptor mediated endocytosis. This is the structure, you can go through it. It is in very easy language. Then metabolism of low density lipoprotein. LDL contains triacylglycerol, then its VLDL produces and has high concentration of cholesterol and cholesterol esters. LDL helps in providing cholesterol to peripheral tissues by depositing free cholesterol on the membrane of the cell as they come in contact with the cell surface membrane. Membrane that recognize apolipoprotein B100. LDL receptors are negatively charged glycoprotein molecules that are clustered in the pits of the cell membrane. The intracellular structure of the pit is coated with clathrin, the protein that stabilizes the shape of the pit. After binding, LDL is internalized as intact particle by endocytosis. The vesicle containing LDL rapidly loses its clathrin coat and fuses with other similar vesicles, forming large vesicles called endosomes. The pH content of the endosomes falls, allowing the separation of LDL from its receptors, and the receptors then migrate to one side of endosomes, whereas the LDL stay free in lumen. The receptors can be recycled, whereas the lipoprotein remnants in the vesicle are degraded by lysosomal, releasing cholesterol, amino acid, fatty acid, phospholipids. These compounds can be recycled by the cell. If there is large amount of lipoprotein, number of the cell surface receptors for it decreases frequently, name down regulation, and if the cells are starved from cholesterol, they increase the number of cell surface receptors that is up for regulation. Metabolism of HDL, high density lipoprotein. HDL synthesized in liver and released in bloodstream by exocytosis, and it serves as a circulatory reservoir for apolipoprotein ApoC2. It is activator of lipoprotein lipase, removing free cholesterol from extrahepatic tissues and ST. It transfers cholesterol esters to VLDL and LDL in exchange for triglycerides, and it carries cholesterol ester to liver, whereas HDL is degraded and cholesterol released. HDL is a reservoir of apolipoprotein. HDL particles not only serve as source of apolipoprotein required for proper metabolism of other plasma protein, but also takes back most of these proteins before chylomicron remnants and LDL bind to their cell surface receptors and then endocytosed. HDL uptake of free cholesterol. Once free cholesterol is taken by HDL, it is immediately esterified by phosphatidyl cholesterol acyltransferase, a plasma enzyme synthesized by the liver which is activated by ApoA1 are increased by modest alcohol intake. The fatty acid from carbon number 2 of phosphatidylcholine is transferred directly to cholesterol and leaves lysophosphatidylcholine. The resulting cholesterol ester is so hydrophobic that it is effectively trapped in HDL and can no longer transfer to membrane, and only mechanism through which it is removed from HDL is through the plasma. Is transferred to VLDL by cholesterol esters transfer protein, where it remains in the LDL until the particle is taken up by the cell. Two-thirds of cholesterol is esterified with fatty acid, and in liver disease, decreased concentration of the cholesterol ester is observed. Maybe due to the deficiency of phospholipid tidylcholine production or lack of PCAT. Fate of HDL. The spherical HDL particles are now taken up by the liver by the receptor mediated endocytosis, and cholesterol esters are degraded. The cholesterol released by the action of enzyme hepatic lipase can be repackaged into lipoprotein, converting to bile acids or secreted into the bile for the removal of the body. Hyperlipoproteinemias are the group of disorders in which the serum lipoprotein levels are elevated. There are totally 6 types. Hyperlipoproteinemia is not a single disease but a group of disorders due to lipoprotein abnormality. When lipid metabolism disorder occurs secondary to the particular disease, treatment can be easily cured. When a primary lipid disorder is aggravated by exogenous obesity, alcohol, or glucocorticoid, the elimination of aggravating factor will make diet therapy easy. Diet also affects the development of hypolipoproteinemia and mostly seen in the people consuming high cholesterol rich foods and saturated fats. What are the types of hyperproteinemia? These are type 1, where the chylomicron gets elevated, cholesterol is normal, triglycerides are elevated and greater than 1000 mg per dl. Familial lipoprotein lipase deficiency and apolipoprotein C2 deficiency. Type 2A. Here the LDL gets elevated, plasma cholesterol levels are high but triglycerides are normal. Genetic disorders is familial hypercholesterolemia, in which there is an autosomal dominant pattern of inheritance. In nephrotic syndrome, Cushing syndromes, and hypothyroidism, this pattern is seen. Here there is an increase in VLDL and LDL. Cholesterol and triglycerides get elevated. Familial combined hyperlipoproteinemia is a disorder in which the individual with type 2A, type 2B, and type 4 hypolipoproteinemia are found in the same family. Type 2B can be seen in secondary to nephrotic syndrome, Cushing's disease, and hypothyroidism. Primary type 2B hyperlipoproteinemia can be aggravated by exogenous obesity and glucocorticoid. In type 3, hyperproteinemia is marked by reduced electrophoretic mobility of VLDL. In this, cholesterol and triglycerides are both elevated, frequently to about same level of disorder is primarily called familial dysbeta lipoproteinemia. Partially degraded VLDL gets accumulated in these patients. Type 4 marked by elevated VLDL with high cholesterol and triglycerides, familial multiple lipoprotein type hyperlipidemia, and mild form of familial hypertriglyceridemia. The elevated VLDL is common secondary to diabetes, uremia, and is associated with hypopituitarism and nephrotic syndrome. Alcohol, glucocorticoid, estrogens, exogenous obesity may aggravate an elevated VLDL in the patient with primary hyperlipidemia. Type 5, the primary disorders are familial lipoprotein lipase deficiency, apolipoprotein C2 deficiency, and hypertriglyceridemia. Diagnosis of hyperlipoproteinemia is serum cholesterol and triglycerides can be measured periodically. Triglycerides should be measured after 12 to 14 hours fast. Fasting lipids should be measured 2 or 3 times at 2 to 3 weeks intervals. Chylomicron can be detected by refrigerating plasma at 4 degrees overnight, and if there is presence of chylomicrons after 12 hours of fast, type 1 or type 5 hyperlipoproteinemia is present. Fasting chylomicronemia is seen only with the fasting triglyceride level of greater than 1000 mg per dl, elevated LDL cholesterol associated with risk of coronary heart disease. If there is an increase in VLDL, results in increase in cholesterol in addition to triglycerides. VLDL contains 1 mg of cholesterol for every 4 mg of triglycerides. HDL cholesterol is determined by precipitating LDL, VLDL, phosphotungstic acid, and magnesium chloride. The first non-precipitated cholesterol is HDL. LDL is equal to total cholesterol minus HDL cholesterol minus triglyceride divided by 5. So thank you so much. I hope it gives you a clear idea of lipid metabolism, and this was the last section, and next we will be coming with the next new chapter of MSc DFSM Biochemistry. Till then, take care, bye bye, stay safe, stay protected.